She who must be obeyed told me to keep it short.
That wasn't me, boss.
I'll do my best. Before I came to All Saints, there was a number of Episcopal churches that I was a member of or I attended, and so there's been some changes. But 31 years ago, my wife and I, Liz, came through the door with a couple of kids in tow, and those kids, by the way, have turned us into grandparents. That was a change. We were met, we were greeted, we attended the service, we were invited to go downstairs for coffee hour, and we met some nice people, talked to us, and said they hoped that we would be back and that they'd see us again. Shortly thereafter, the doctor's ward, Sam and Margie, came to visit to talk to us about becoming members of the church, which we did. Sam even had a pledge card with him on that day. Well, in the 31 years since I've been here, I've done some things. I've mowed the grass here many times. I've been an usher. I've been a lector. I've been a member of the choir, and when we had a children's choir, I was director of the children's choir. I served on the vestry 3 different times, and now I find myself back on the vestry again. I've been an 8 o'clocker, a 10 o'clocker, an 8 o'clocker, and a 10 o'clocker again. And one day, Ned Graff, as some of you remember Ned, he was the head man over there at the Hershey Country Club. Well, Darrell Woomer, who was our organist and choir director at the time, and I rode in the Hershey Country Club box truck down to Richmond, Virginia, where we retrieved the organ that you get to hear every day. Our old one, electric, was just literally falling apart. And then it was John Thomas and I, with a technician from Canada, running wires for the speakers, and then I was up on scaffolding with that guy, hanging the speakers here and up there on the roof. I've been on some teams. I led the team that found one of our choir directors. On the crew that elected one of our former bishops, and even I was on the search committee which found Mother Angel. And I do thank you for the sung mass. I truly do.
You have Jim to blame, so there you go.
I've even done some woodworking here at the church. Now, that might seem like I've done a lot around here, but I'm looking around and I see the faces of so many people who have given of their time and talent here, doing all kinds of things for the church. And so nothing special here, but there's so many people that just continue to give. In the last 31 years, I have seen in this church priests come and go. I've seen choir directors, organists come and go. I've seen bishops come and go. And I've seen members of our church family come, I've seen them go, and I've seen new church family members come and stay. I feel certain that if Lizzie and I were to walk in that door for the first time this morning, it's just like 31 years ago, we would be greeted, we would attend the service, we'd be invited downstairs, people would talk to us and say they would hope to see us again, and someone would probably be coming around to visit us with a pledge card. So those have been a lot of changes. There are also constants, and some of those changes that the church has stayed the same, no matter that the faces have changed. That's a constant. But for me, a big constant, and it's probably the biggest, is our liturgy. Our liturgy, which goes, parts of it, back almost 2,000 years to the very birth of Christianity. And we come here on Sunday mornings and we celebrate here in this, I think, rather nice, lovely church. But 2 months ago, Lizzie and I were in England, and we were at Salisbury Cathedral. And I was talking to a priest there, And he said, oh, at 1 o'clock there's going to be a communion service. And we stayed for that. And in a little chapel area behind the main altar, kind of an open area, the priest, Lizzie and I, and 3 other people that we didn't know celebrated communion. That church, that building, it's just massive. It's overwhelming. There's so much there. But during that service, with our liturgy, I felt very much at home. Just like last week, in the middle of a farm field on one of our holy hikes, when we celebrated the Eucharist, again, it was home. And it's not just any building, but it's the people that are here and our liturgy that makes me thankful to be a Christian and to be here. Hope I didn't take too long. Thank you.